What's poppin', all stars? Welcome back to my channel. It's DAMNSHEJAMAICAN, your biggest and brightest shining star. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Jupiter in Capricorn. Alright, jumping straight into this video, Jupiter in Capricorn, it is in its fall, meaning that it's a little bit, a little bit uncomfortable in this placement. So Jupiter represents your luck, expansion, being joyful, faithful, optimism. It represents expansion. It represents having higher knowledge and wanting to learn, higher knowledge. Jupiter represents expansion, basically, because wherever Jupiter is in your life, it's going to give you these experiences over and over and over so that you can develop a profound sense of wisdom with those traits or the area of life. Now, Jupiter in a sign of Capricorn is in its fall. And in this placement, Jupiter in Capricorn is very strategic. They're the type of people that if you have this placement or know someone with this placement, they're going to be very goal oriented. And they're going to want to focus all of their energy on a specific goal or career or whatever it is they're trying to get done. But they are going to use a lot of their energy. And it's going to take them a lot of time. So these are the type of people that you find in careers that take a while to build, doctors or lawyers or people that have to go to school for a very long time, or people that have to do very long programs to get a certain certificate or license or something. Just anything where you have to really focus and stay down for the come up. Jupiter in Capricorn is a very hard worker. These are the type of people that love to expand their philosophy, and their worldview is very realistic and very practical. These are the type of people that they don't just make very spontaneous moves, and they're not super adventurous people. These are the type of people that like to plan their trips, like to plan what they're going to do, plan their day, plan their future. These are the type of people that look at what's worked in the past and they try to build upon that. Capricorn is all about building. So these are the type of people that like to build things that's going to last and be very sustainable, and this is what they expand upon. So having Jupiter in the sign of Capricorn, you're going to keep going through experiences in life that Jupiter in the sign of Capricorn, you're going to be the type of person that develops a lot of experience in developing you and your life, meaning it's going to take a while to be where you want to be, to reach the mountain, to be at the top, but it's going to be worth it. You're the type of person that's very intelligent, and you are very smart when it comes to making business moves. You're the type of person that, with this placement, it's in its fall, but it produces a person that's very hardworking. Jupiter in a sign of Sagittarius or Pisces, or just these placements that bring a lot of luck easily, where Jupiter likes to be. Here in its fall, you're going to get the luck, but it's going to take a while. As opposed to Sagittarius, they walk outside and they find $20 on the floor, and that's considered lucky to some people. So, or even other situations. But for you, your luck and your faith in life, your optimism is going to come from you planning, you wanting to set a solid foundation and working to lay each brick. You're going to be the type of person that is very, very serious, and people take you seriously, and you take your life very seriously. You don't play around. You're the type of person that think about the future. You think about what you want to leave. You think about your legacy. You think about your wealth. You think about life insurance. You're the type of person that's very, very mature in how you approach life. You're not you're not a Peter Pan. You grew up very quickly. Life has taught you a lot of things, like a lot of maybe even devastating things, but a lot of profound and powerful moments have occurred in your life, and this is kind of what's shaped your personality to be so dominant, and to be a person that wants to just go out and conquer, but in a very practical way. Jupiter in Capricorn, you're going to be the type of person that people come to. People can rely on you because you're the type of person, like I said, you know how to stay down till you come up. Jupiter in the sign of Capricorn shows the type of person that has a very wise outlook on the practicalities of life. These are the type of people that have a strong head on their shoulders, you know. These people are very good when it comes to managing and helping people to reach where they want to be. These people are very patient people, and they have a lot of just energy towards the things that they want to accomplish. You know, these are people that are very goal oriented people, and they don't care how long it takes to achieve their goal, just as long as they know that the fruits of their labor will pay off in the future. These are the type of people that is, like I said, very future oriented. They think about the things that they want to accomplish, and they think about their kids and their kids' kids, you know. Jupiter here is really Jupiter is like the grandfather of all the planets, and I feel like in this sign that energy kind of shows itself a lot, even though it's in its fall. But I think that here, this is just a very mature person, and a person that takes the material realm seriously, and a person that will dedicate their time to building what it is that they envision. You know, Jupiter is all about adventure and exploring and being warm and outgoing. Jupiter is all about expansion and adventure and wanting to be hopeful and optimistic. In the sign of Capricorn, you are these things, but you play these things out by acting them out and by building something that can make you feel comfortable enough to be hopeful. So, you know, you're working, you're at school, or you're studying to become whatever you want to be, and you're like, yeah, man, I feel hopeful, I feel optimistic that I can, you know, get this done. You're just thinking about the future. You know, this placement is a person that sees the prize, sees what they can obtain, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna buckle down, I'm gonna do this for this how many long, and I'm gonna get it done. Jupiter in Capricorn, you're the type of person that is very, I would say that this brings success, but it will take a while, you know. Even if it takes a while for you to mature, or just it takes a while for you to learn certain things in life, for you to get to that point to where you're like, okay, I'll dedicate my time in order to, you know, go through these experiences. Jupiter in the sign of Capricorn also represents the type of person that wants a family, you know, wants to nurture and expand upon creating a home, creating a life. You know, the opposite of Capricorn is Cancer. And so when I think of Jupiter and I think of it in a sign of Capricorn, I always think of, you know, Capricorn building this sense of security and pulling from its opposite, which is Cancer. So for you, acquiring a home, you know, acquiring things that make you comfortable is something that's very important to you. You know, your family could be something that's very important to you as well. Jupiter in Capricorn, since it's in its fall, it may be a little bit frustrating because, you know, wealth and resources, certain assets and things take a while to accumulate. So this placement can kind of be like, oh my God, like it's just taking forever. But that amount of time that you've put into it, and you putting in that time to develop the wisdom, already knowing that if you do spend the time on it, you're going to develop what it is you want in the future. This is what makes this a great placement, even though it's in its fall. When placements are in its fall, I don't want you guys to look at them like they're bad, or like, you know, it just look at it like, okay, you know, what's the planet, what's the home placement of this planet, you know, and then just look at the differences. But for the most part, the fall in this sign, I think it's actually a really positive thing. You know, if you have other elements in your chart that's like more fire, more air, more impulsive, this could be a very challenging placement, because you are kind of always in conflict with wanting to get things done at a certain pace, but you're always being met by these experiences that you have to over time realize that, okay, this is going to take a while and I need to just buckle down and be serious, you know. So that's just the energy with the fall, but I don't think it's a bad thing. You know, I think this is a placement that someone with this placement could be very self-sustainable, someone that has a lot of courage even throughout older years. Even the more older they get, I feel like they get more confident, you know, they get more optimistic because they're becoming closer to obtaining those things that they have laid the ground. You know, the building is almost done being built, and this will also develop more of that confidence, that optimism that Jupiter naturally brings. So with this placement, time is just an illusion, you know, but it's about the journey, it's about the climb for this placement. Like I said, Jupiter in the signs that it's at home and exalted, Jupiter is going to be somebody that very adventurous and impulsive, but you are the opposite of that, you know. And so Jupiter in this sign, you may care about things that, you know, a lot of people probably don't care about. You know, you may care about certain material things and think that these things are very important. So that could also be a part of the fall as well. And just spending too much time focusing on things that you're trying to build, you know. And some of these things, you know, there's in the spiritual world, you know, there's this stigma of the material world not being important, or people shouldn't put so much importance on material. But you know, being in the fall and Jupiter being a very spiritual planet, it's going to, your spirituality and your faith is going to revolve around the material world and building that up over time. So having this placement, you're going to be the type of person that cares a lot more than some people about the material world. But this is going to be what benefits you, because you're going to be able to build and actually care about what it is that you're building. All right. So another thing, Jupiter represents the life partner in a female's chart. So when you have Jupiter in a sign of Capricorn as a female chart holder, your life partner or husband, however you want to place this, is going to be a type of person that is a businessman, a person that is very hardworking, a person that goes out and gets the bacon, you know, a person that is very focused on securing the bag and building for the future, you know, somebody that is that has a boss mentality, period. You know, that's just what this energy is going to bring, and you're going to be able to really rely on your partner. This person is going to be somebody that is very dependable, somebody that knows how to manage money very well. So that's what I have to say about Jupiter in Capricorn. If you have this placement, I would really appreciate it if you can go ahead and comment down below to let me know what you think about this placement. Let me know if you learned something new. Also, if you don't really have much to say but you stayed all the way to the end, I want to see how spiritual Jupiter and Capricorn people are. So I want to see if you guys all watch this video all the way to the end. So please go ahead and comment star emojis, you know, just to let me know and let YouTube know you were here and let YouTube know that you learned something. All right, so like I said in all my other videos, go ahead, smash the like button, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't seen me before. I hope you do come back to watch more of my videos. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another one. Mwah. Peace.